Alright, I guess that's correct. Let's try and not do anything stupid. I can see the chat if I open up OBS, which means we're not going to do that going forward. But it does look like my... okay, alright. Should be okay. Let's see how this goes. Alright, 93. Let's just go into Zen mode. Do the clocks make sense? They do. The board is okay. My voice is apparently being recorded. Got my face in here. Things looking good. Alright, goodbye OBS. Hello, game time. And I've got the music on as well, right? That doesn't sound right. Alright, here we go. Oh, I got move confirmation on, so that's gonna make the clocks move a little bit every time I make a move. Alright. Oh no, what is this now? We're playing against a Reti. Is that a Jishin? Jishin? Alright, be right back. We apparently have a fire in the building, so gonna take a second. Not sure what's going on. Microphone on, so I'm assuming we're back again. Probably a false alarm. Alright, what do we got? D3. What is this? Some kind of King's Indian attack. Alright, you could take my knight. What are you coming in with your... Alright, well, okay. We're just gonna play safe. You know. Worst case, they start hunting my light square bishop, but that's how it goes. So, for anyone who is listening, Gary, I don't know if you're here. No, I don't want to look at OBS in case I see some kind of chat or something. I recently had an OTB tournament in Kyoto, the Kyoto Gion Open, and that's the first time I played in a tournament in a very long time. So it was very exciting. I was enjoying it a lot. And my 6th round opponent is actually a IM from France. So I had a really strong final boss to face. And he's a content creator, so I got chatting to him and then remembered how much I used to enjoy making content on YouTube. I used to do this when I came to Japan originally. If you look at the channel, there's a whole bunch of videos about traveling in Japan and like a few moments seeing something interesting in Japan and things like that. So after the conversation with him, I decided, oh, maybe I should give it a try again, you know? So that's basically what triggered me to get back into this. I've never streamed though. This is a first. Well, I've oh no, I've never streamed like this. I've never streamed chess. I've never streamed. Yeah, I've never streamed my face. I've commented in the past, commentated. So as far back as high school, when StarCraft 2 came out, we were all very excited, and me and a friend launched some tournaments back in South Africa, and I used to do the commentary on those. That was a lot of fun. I made a point to always have a glass of red wine. Was it high school in that case? Maybe in the high school, maybe university in that case. Talking about drink. Well, in South Africa we drink a bit earlier maybe than we should, but maybe it was university then. Anyway, so this is all new for me. It's the first time setting up a stream. And I'm hoping it's going to work out in terms of just none of the settings being a massive disaster. I found some nice background music, lo-fi kind of stuff, which in my head I always still read as lofi. I don't know why. Okay, I've seen this. I'm just going to try and put my... This is basically like an improved, or like a reverse London to a degree, I guess. Of all the creators I've followed for chess, what's his name? Hanging Pawns. I still enjoy watching some of his content. I used to watch a lot of Ben Feingold, but then eventually I got kind of tired of it, to be honest. I used to love Ben Feingold's kids classes. Those were hilarious. He was a really funny character back in the day. He's still okay on stream, but he's kind of just settled into being grumpy old guy now, so the persona is slightly less fun. And for those of you who haven't tried it, I'm drinking some rooibos with honey. It's a must. And being from South Africa, it's something I grew up with, so I do enjoy it a lot. I had this thought earlier. So, for anyone who's been on my team recently, in the last season or two, you'll know that I'm a big... Oh, here we go again. Okay, so I think one of the fire alarms somewhere in the building is being triggered, but I don't believe it's an actual fire, because we had a problem like this recently, but my wife might be a little bit uncomfortable, so allow me to just double check. Alright, oh, just in time, my opponent plays c5, c4, and I don't really care about this too much. I played into a very similar game during that Kyoto Open, and there I actually went wrong, but my opponent didn't fianchetto in that game. Did they? No, they didn't fianchetto, so I guess it wasn't quite the same opening. But I went wrong there, so let's try not make the same mistake again. Let's just defend it. Super solid. What to do. Alright, as I was saying, so for those who have been on my team for the last season or two, I've been a big proponent of the low prep approach. Apologies if you can hear the fire alarm. What great timing. Oh, it's probably fine. Um, anyway, so the low prep approach being that I don't really do much prep whatsoever. I kind of have a look at what my opponent might play in general, and then I just find kind of a rough opening where I can put some pieces in certain locations, and then we play. And so now I'm streaming this time, but normally what I would do is I'd actually just be kind of like washing the dishes, like doing the laundry or folding it up. Um, so yeah, a little bit different from my normal routine. I haven't in a long time, besides that OTB tournament, actually sat down in front of the board and stayed at the board for most of the game. I've actually been playing on my phone a lot in the last while, and doing some other things. Oh, okay, unrelated. Wife's on the phone. Not related. Hmm. It's also dinner time, so that's happening. Okay, well, this is good for me. Actually, I found that the previous season, and in my OTB tournament, I tended to get up on the clock against most of my opponents. Even the IM, although that was because he was off buying coffee. Yeah, once he started to play, he was pretty fast. But yeah, at least in the online league last season, I was up on the clock basically every game. Um, Sorry if you can hear that. That must be terrible. I hope you can't. In the previous seasons, I used to try and kind of fake uncertainty when I was still in prep. I didn't want my opponents to get scared by me playing moves too quickly, because then they might not play into the line that I'm trying to get them to play. But with the low prep TM approach, copyright, with the low prep approach, I have no amazing prep that they can walk into usually. Sometimes there's some small thing like, oh, I saw they made a mistake in the past. For this actual opponent, I did see that they like to play the Snyder Sicilian as well as the Open Sicilian, so this is not what I was expecting to any degree. So I did see them go wrong in one of the games there, but that's not irrelevant information now, I guess. As for my plan, I guess it's going to be a castle. I'm going to bring my other knight out. Which way? Well, that'll depend if he start taking my pawns maybe, but I'll probably just put my knight on d7 at the start. And maybe bring my queen out to c7 as well. We'll see. There's obviously the point that they can put their bishop over here and press my queen in some positions, but we'll deal with it when we get there. Since I didn't play the London with white, I don't specifically know what the attacking ideas are. I know what the frustrating ideas are because I'm the one trying to play those as black a lot of the time, but now that I'm sitting with this structure, I'm not so sure what I'm supposed to do. Although it also seems like white isn't quite sure what they're trying to do. Okay, b5. Sacking a pawn. So if I take the pawn, obviously they can bring their rook out and attack my b-pawn as well. I could take their knight as an in-between move, and if they take my pawn, I can take their bishop even. Or just bring... Okay, so they'll have to take... Do I want to sack... Do I want to give my dark square bishop for a pawn and then a knight versus the... I don't specifically want to lose my dark square bishop. It is the better one considering my pawns are on light squares. But a pawn is a pawn, obviously. This is... I could take. I could kind of just... No, that's terrible. So I don't want to take with too many pawns because I'm trying to keep this... I'm a little bit unsure what's happening. I think Grandma can't hear properly over the phone call. Apologies if you can hear that. Bachan is... Grandma, my wife's grandmother, is 92 or something at this point. Amazing. I hope that I can get that ultimate. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm trying not to you know, dislodge too many of these pawns. If they take back, I might take this way even just to keep it going. They're obviously coming at me though. I could take on the C pawn and then I could try again. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's continue. Do I take the pawn or not? I can ignore it, I can castle. I don't know if anyone knows what the dish potofu is. Delicious. It's basically, I don't know, like a stew with some basic vegetables and some sausages. It's delicious. Wow, there's so much distraction happening right now. I've got people outside my window. My goodness me. What a day. Okay. Um, if I leave it, what can they do? They can push their B pawn up. They're obviously trying to. Hello, they're trying to break my pawn. Okay, developments on the fire situation. Apparently it's from our apartment. But there's nothing burning, so I guess it's got to be something related to the aircon that we're running in the living room. I'm very unsure. We haven't even been cooking, we've been out. Okay, I just realized that if I take the pawn, they push the bishop, push their rook across, then I take their knight, they take with their bishop, then I take the other pawn, and if they take my pawn, I take their pawn. Man, everything is crumbling down, but I'm not castled yet, and that light square bishop of theirs is kind of staring down the baron. Alright, let me just go talk to the management guy. I think I can get away with this. It's probably not the best move, but I think I can make it work. Right. And so it turns out it was our apartment that was causing the fire alarm to go off, but we've kind of done nothing, not even cooking, so a little bit unsure what happened. Hopefully they will turn off the alarm soon. Alright, White, time to prove me that that was a massive mistake. Okay. What an absolute knocker of a day for a first stream. Alright, my plan was to take their knight. Alright, this was my in-between move. Because now I have to take my pawn, it's at quite a high price because I can swap off the light square bishop, the dark square bishop, and just have an extra pawn, extra piece basically. So I think they have to take. And then... Ooh, but now I realize that they're going to be able to cut me off from castling. Oh my goodness. I'm going to end up with hanging pawns long term, huh? Yeah, a little bit dangerous. If I go here and they stop me, I'm actually all good. I'll be able to take care of them somewhere there. If they just go there straight, push, knight out. Knight out, they can trade back. That's not so bad though, actually. Ooh, but this is getting dangerous now. They take there. I take here. I take here. I castle. All the pawns are falling. I will have this pawn, but this pawn does nothing by itself. I can push. Actually, this might be a good idea to push it. And even if they come down, I'll have enough time to block off if I need to. I was thinking to defend with my queen, but maybe that's not the best idea. So, let's not do that. If I take here, might have to drop back. Obviously this was not a good idea, right? What other options do I have? If I do move the queen, they block. I can do this, but they just go back, so I can push and then push and lock off their pawns. Actually, that might be okay. I think this is gonna be my move. And if they make me move it, then I move it. Nah. Or I just sack it. Here they take, here, nope. Now let's go back and check this again. I take, they take, I take, they take back, I take, I attack the rook, they move it, I jump my knight out, queen. I mean, in all of that, I don't castle ever, which is a very stupid thing not to do, so... Yeah, let's go ahead with that then after all. Alright. Well, white proved to me I'm wrong. I must say, very eventful evening. I didn't turn off the camera, so I'm guessing whoever was watching probably saw the fireman, or at least not the firemen, the fireman, one of them at least, that came into our apartment to check what's going on. So let's see. Hopefully things are okay now. So my hope is basically if they do play their bishop down, I can kick it and then I can actually close up here, and if necessary I can tromp my knight out and they can attack it again. Yeah, actually long term this is just terrible, isn't it? Not good at all. Oh, although they won't be able to take the knight back immediately. Oh, but they'll get the exchange. Yeah, they'll... I wonder. A pawn and a rook for 2 minor pieces. I mean, that's not the worst trade. Well, let's see. Now I've spent a significant amount of time. And basically none of that time was actually spent on the game. Not the best. Yo, taking that pawn was a bad idea. I guess I should have just castled, maybe. And if they push the b-pawn further, again not much, I could have played a, then they go... Yeah, they can slowly start breaking down the structure, but I would be able to keep the structure solid enough with the e-pawn at least, so although they might have been able to break down here, you know, slowly but surely, I could keep this stable enough. Oh, interesting. Not what I expected. So, do I defend and keep the strongest open? I could also then actually try and force a bishop trade. That might be a good idea given what I just did. I could go the other way, symmetrical, opens up my queen though, that's not nice. I could go with the knight as well, nice fork, that's terrible, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be the move. Okay. What are you planning? Yeah, now obviously here push even more in the open. Here, then at least I can drop back. Double attack my pawn. I can go here, jumping the rook, attacking this again. At that point I guess I probably just castle, you take, I take, and I still have this pawn kind of keeping the file closed until I can move my rook one over. Okay. We'll see, we'll see. What we will see as well. It's autumn now in Japan, and it is quite cold. I'm getting colder every day. Alright, so actually, yeah, all things considered, I think this is actually not turning out too bad. Yet. I still have this pawn structure, which I was hoping to keep alive. And actually, they've kind of lost the obvious way to attack it. You know, they can come at this pawn, and then I guess I'd have to push it. Push, and then this one is weak. Maybe they come at it with a knight. There I can castle. is defended though. Oh yeah, here. Maybe I try and get this kind of structure going. I do open up that light square bishop's diagonal completely, but I still have a light square bishop, so that transformation might actually not be the worst for me. Or, as I was thinking, I can just kind of trade it off. The problem with that is that currently my queen is also working on this side, so I think before I do anything like that I might have to bring this knight out so I can swing my rook across to defend the pawn. But I think business first. If they don't stop me, it's time for Mr. King to go bye-bye, because this has taken significantly too long. I don't have... This is Zen mode, so I can't see the amount of moves, and I don't have a score sheet. But what are we? Move 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this must be like around move 10, right? Okay, yeah. So I don't have to do anything here. I can fall back and you attack my knight, and I can fall back and you can close it off. I can also go here, but you are going to try push my knight around, aren't you? So this is a pawn sack again, actually, because take, and then here, and then you block it, and then I go across. Take, bishop take. There's no attack there just yet. Take, that diagonal doesn't matter. I guess the thinking is that my king's open, or my king's still in the middle, so we open it up. So if I can survive, maybe I'm okay. Ignoring this, falling back somewhere, maybe I fall even all the way back. I don't have to stay on this diagonal, I can go this way, but anyway, I fall back in some direction. They push my knight. Not loving this. Not loving the knight push. The knight, well, the knight can go back. Okay, so maybe I go here, and then after knight push, knight goes this way. But I can't take care of that pawn in any way. I have nothing to... Well, I need to get this knight over to attack it then. And a rook. Hey, man. Take. Jump. No, not jump. Keep the rook. Take. Bishop up. Bishop up. You can stop me from castling. You can't check me as such, though. Oh, here, and then you can come at me a little bit this way, can't you? Yeah, bishop up comes with the downside of having the bishop up there. I can also... no. Take. I'm very much leaning towards taking at this point, so take back. There's nothing else that really changes anything. Take, attack. Well, okay, I guess you can pin my pawn. Take, and there, and then here, and then you take back, and then my bishop has to move. So maybe it goes down, but you can't move the other... Actually, you can't move the pawn, because I get your d-pawn and attack your rook as well. So that isn't really... Yeah, okay, I'm not going to overthink it. Thank you very much. Same answer again. Prove to me that this is a mistake. When I went to that tournament in Kyoto, a friend of mine that lives there sorry, a friend of mine that lives there came out after the second day just to hang out and catch up. It was real nice to chat to him again, and he mentioned that, oh yeah, you know, interesting, he thinks chess is quite interesting, but isn't the barrier to entry quite hard? And it took me a moment to understand what you meant, but I think the point was basically that doesn't everyone else just know all the moves all the time, and you're kind of screwed if you don't have a lot of stuff memorized already. So yeah, that was a surprising comment. I didn't expect people to think that chess has a strong barrier to entry. I mean, if anything, there's almost no barrier, right? It's free, it's online, you've got multiple sites to choose from. And as I explained to him, there are so many people that are absolutely trash at this game. So don't worry if you want to start and you feel like everyone else is very strong. Everyone else is not very strong. We're all just kind of doing a little bit of our own thing here. I have no idea what White's trying to get at here. Now I'm thinking, what if they jump their knight and they try and attack my bishop? But I can attack their queen for a tempo. Never mind, they took. Okay. So what is this? I'm going up a second pawn now. It's gotta be with the bishop though, which I'd be happy to trade off. It's gotta be with the bishop. I can't have both of the pieces hanging in the ether. And if you pin it, I move. If you try... Oh, okay, well now if you try and stop my king from castling, I might start having some problems. Well, I wonder. If I take and you come down, I push... I mean, I'd be happy to give one pawn back as well, especially if I can keep my bishop on this diagonal against the light square bishop. So if I take and they bring the bishop out and I push and they maybe attack the pawn again, have it. I castle, you take, and at any point I need to, I can drop the bishop back to c6 to counter the white's light square bishop and just be kind of up a pawn. So let's not think too much. I don't think I see any incredibly scary middle of the, intermezzo. I'm not taking their rook, I'm castling at this point. I'm very happy to have additional pawns. This was not even a plan of mine to have them, so I'm castling. If they try and pretend that I can take the rook, or the rook, I think, well, I say that, but actually I can bring my bishop back to defend again. So then they take, I take, then they pin my knight, then I defend my knight, then yeah, okay, so never mind. Nope, not gonna take the exchange, just castling at this point. Thank you very much. And no one's turned this flippin' fire alarm off yet. What in the world? Tell you something else about Japanese apartments. So, well, I'm gonna say the Western world and Japan, but I don't really know how it works in many other countries. Yeah, okay, I expected this, but I don't think it matters really, because even if you come in here slightly, I don't think I care. So in the Western world, if you build a house, that's a good piece of investment, or at least it used to be. Let's not talk finances, but just in general principle, buildings are, they appreciate and do not depreciate so strongly because they keep some of their value. So, oh, actually, I think they have to attack my bishop here. Otherwise, I can double attack their knight. Ah, okay, well, they can take back. It's defended enough anyway. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Anyway, what I was going to say. So here in Japan, I mean, some buildings are built. So our apartment is built with, I think, kind of the highest level of structural integrity. It's got whatever metal, like a metal frame with reinforced concrete kind of stuff. Alright. Over is reconnected. Alright, reconnecting. Okay. Let's not lose the game because of a disconnection. Alright, anyway, my plan was just to put my bishop on the on the spot here because I'm opposing their bishop. And when they bring out their queen, I can actually push my pawn to attack their rook and still defend my pawn with my bishop, which is on this diagonal. And then I can push the b pawn if I need to reinforce the c pawn, because my bishop is still on this diagonal. And then I can bring out my knight if I need to. I mean, this is just looking better and better the longer I talk. Let's hope I'm not making a massive mistake. There's nowhere else I really want it. I don't really know if it's worth being on this because I kind of need it to help me defend this side. I think this might be a nice continuation. Let's go for it. Alright, so white's given me 2 pawns. Oh, it's still too cold. Let's warm things up a bit more. Here we go. White's given me 2 pawns. And in return they have, I guess, activity, right? I haven't developed my last knight, which I'm also unsure where I want to put, to be honest. Well, maybe not that unsure, because yeah, so well, I mean, jumping it over here obviously attacks the rook. I was thinking maybe it's okay to put it here, because the file is closed by my light square bishop, which is going bye-bye, by the way. As soon as they let me trade the light square bishops, I'm almost certainly going to take that chance. So yeah, what to do? Oh yeah, actually this I think is not working out so well, because if they trade light square bishops and then they come at my pawn, I can just move it up because there's no pressure down the file, or down the diagonal anymore. So I think white has gone wrong here a little bit. Maybe they couldn't push b4 and e4. The b4 was a sack that I don't think I should have taken. I think they had a stronger continuation. If I just go back, yeah, this was kind of forced here. I didn't expect this, to be honest. I expected, what, like queen out here, just attacking it double immediately, and then I have to push, and if they then take, then I would have even taken with my knight, to be honest, because ideally what I wanted to do was push the c pawn to give my knight that square later on. But anyway, with the taking, yeah, I think white's gone slightly wrong, which at our level does not mean much. Anything can still happen, but yeah, I don't think they are, unless I'm missing something, I don't think they have any kind of commanding attack coming at me. I mean, this square is open, but I don't know. I mean, I'm actually going to do the same thing, right? I'm going to push the pawn to defend and attack, and then you can't put your rook anywhere kind of, you know, very dangerous. You have to bring it, so maybe you bring it back, but my bishop's defending, so I can push the other pawn. So I'm going to get this kind of structure, and once that's secure, I can jump out my knight, maybe to help clear out this square. They won't have their rooks lined up either, so I can actually just kind of come and oppose it immediately and trade if I have to. As soon as my knight's developed, I've got all of the heavy pieces connected, so looking kind of okay. Not looking too bad. And my food is getting cold, so apologies. I must correct myself, my food is cold. What to do? Well, I guess actually this is now up to white what to do. You've given me 2 pawns and you've got a little bit of initiative. Well, so this is the thing, I don't even see the initiative at this point, to be honest. You just have a bit of activity. Are you gonna crack open my king? Oh, and I push... If I push my king to h7, then you can check me with the threat on my pawn. Okay, so what I might want to do first is I might want to play c5 anyway to push your rook somewhere, which then defends my pawn, and then I can defend that pawn with my king. Wow, alright, so I guess I'm kind of wishing I had put my... I don't see it though. You take, I take, you take back, so you break open my king. Take, take, take. Queen up. Or even queen up. So obviously you've got the knight jump onto g5, right? But until you trade off my knight... Oh no, you can't trade off my knight because you're sacking your dark square bishop for my pawn. So take, take, take. Okay, but my knight is hanging. So maybe I just drop it to... Okay, maybe I drop it to h7. You bring up a rook. Okay. h7, rook. A rook down. Maybe I bring my other knight out. Rook over. Yeah, that's bad because then... Oh no, no, because I haven't moved my king. So that's actually pretty okay. So if I push right now, and you move your rook somewhere, and then I move my king up, then even if you come to check me, it doesn't actually matter. If I push and you sack, then I take your rook, then what? You take my other pawn, I take your bishop, you can check me, I run back. You can check me, I run back, you jump your knight in. I bring my queen up. Queen up, you want to try and dislodge my queen with your... What? Your lights go bishop, but my bishop is still on that square, so I can take... Oh my goodness. Well, this is a pickle. If I defend, I lose this pawn. Is it that serious? Well, I don't really want to, but I still have the additional pawn. Yo, how far can I tell white to prove it to me? Well, they're not coming at my b pawn, so I don't have to defend it extra. So I can develop my knight. Develop knight, they sack. Take, take. Oh my goodness. So I guess the question is, so this is what I'm thinking. Here, then they sack, so the queen ends up there. Oh no, sorry. Here they move their rook somewhere, I defend, then they check, but then this is defended. Oh, okay, now, so yeah, so here, what if they just sack? I take, take, take. They can check me there, I have to move out the way. They can check me to make space for their knight. I go here, they jump in. And at that point I have this move which defends the knight. My rook's still defending. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's what's dangerous, right? Yeah, because after the queen sits over here, it's hitting. I get a rook. Oh my goodness. Alright, this is the plan. Here, what if they just sack? Take, take, take. They have to check. Oh no, they just come in straight. Well, no, that's. I don't know if this is fucking hanging. Yeah, so push, take, take, take. Check here, check back, defend, defend it. They take, I take, they take. I come here. Then everyone's losing everything, right? Wow. That's absolute madness. I mean, alternatively, I can develop my knight to attack the rook. That might be better. Here, and then sec here, but then I have my pawn to go forward and I defend laterally. Oh, but they're not defending here. Flippin' hell. You are putting the question to me, hey? Wow. Is that the way to play, though? Is there no better... Oh, actually, I can do this, and then I'm attacking here. If he jumps somewhere, I can bring my queen back. That might be good for me. Man, this sack idea is scary. The problem with this is that he's got this square for his rook as well, so he's pushing me around. Oh, no. What if I sack now? Or what if I just take this now? Because that's the knight that causes the threat to be real, right? So if I take here, and then we do this sack situation, here, then you come out here, then I can stop you here. Flippin' hell, this is crazy. Yo! I did not believe in it, but it is very scary now after all. Alright, so I mean, if I can do this, I might as well do it with a different, you know, I might as well do it with my knight to get it. Well, I mean, I wanted to use my knight to maybe, that's actually one of the points, eh? If I do this, then I can't bring my queen, but after the sacking situation, take here. Back there. Actually, this might work, because after takes, queen takes, then I put my knight here, which means these squares are all defended. You don't really, you can come in there, but it's not good enough. I don't think so anyway. Or should I just do that anyway? So takes, just jump my knight back immediately. In which case, I can do whatever I want and it would be fine. Very unsure. Very unsure. Here, takes, queen, and I jump it back preemptively. Which covers that. If he comes and attacks me, then I take. Ah, then we're drawing. Then you're gonna just back and forth me into a draw, aren't you? Here. There's no way for me to get out. Oh no! I don't want to draw. What if I do this? Take here, lose my pawn. Sure. I am unsure. here. I go up, take, take, take. You check me, I go sideways. That's another way to do it. So I do some move, maybe, no actually I probably want to bring my knight over this way eventually. Some move, and if you sack, then I can jump this way because it's defended by my, oh my fuck. Move it out of the way, still attacking. It's a terrible idea. Yo, I am in the tank for days. Well, I mean, should I just let the potential draw happen then, I guess? I can push, but that's disgusting. If you take... I can't go immediately because I can't get my bishop properly protected. So the idea, my original idea was this, but then I don't know if I want to leave this kind of hanging on the side. Maybe this is better, or this. Here, sack. I mean, I can also just not take. I could take here first, and then here, and if you come at me here, and then here. Yeah, okay. One last time. Here, you sack. I take this one instead, thank you. Take, check me here, go back. Check me here, jump in, jump in. Go here, and then this knight's also, the rook's connected, right? So then everything's defended sufficiently. I'm loving it. We're gonna go for it. Let's see if it works. Should have eaten before the stream. Should have eaten before the game. Okay. Yo, I was in the tank big time now. What you got? Black, white, I'm black. Let's see that sack then. Let's see that sack. Let's hope I didn't completely mess it up. So the thing is, once my queen gets here to defend the knight, I mean, I just bring it back even further. I'm happy to trade off queens. Also, at this point, I can just push this pawn up and leave the other pawn because this bishop isn't going anywhere. That knight's going to take forever to attack it. And as soon as it moves, I can trade off for the... Well, I mean... I guess I do want to trade because then I can push c5 and have a connected pawn still. Very important. Assuming he's going to sack. Very important that I finally saw that the rooks will be connected if I jump my knight out. And importantly, not blocking my queen to be able to still get just hopefully in time to the defense of my king. Nice spin. Really throwing the kitchen sink at us. Let's go back and have a look quickly. Not at all what I expected them to play. I had this general setup in the... Was it not a fianchetto though? I'm so unsure. I feel like it was. Did they take their bishop back and bring it out again? Anyway, in my fourth round of the Kyoto Open, I was playing roughly this kind of setup. But they played e5, I feel like. And I dropped the bishop back. Did they take eventually? They leave the tension? I don't remember. Long term then they brought their dark square bishop out here, attacking my queen. And after I pushed with the pawn, they showed me what I did wrong. Was it a knight jump or something? And I realized what I actually should have done is just move my queen off the diagonal that they were attacking. Because yeah, their queen was here, their bishop was here. They were kind of pressing me like this. Anyway, yeah, b5. I mean, I'm guessing this is so early, it's gotta be some kind of theory still. So yeah, taking is probably not best. I'm not gonna try and figure out what I should have done, but yeah, probably not best. I do get to trade off to keep it, and I expected them to come here, you know, to just keep my king in the open. I did that in my third round game in Kyoto Open, so everything feels so fresh now. Another take, obviously I'm going to take this way, and another push, which is a pawn sacrifice, and I say thank you, I castle, I go down, and now they put this question to me of, so I don't think they can mate me. The question is if they can draw or not, because I'm obviously up 2 pawns, and my structure has kind of stabilized, so yeah. What would I do in this position? I guess to avoid this becoming a problem, I probably wouldn't defend the pawn with my rook. I would rather push, and if in some way they start attacking, I can jump my knight out. Everything is still defended. This situation, having my light square bishop in the middle, keeping both the diagonal and the pawn kind of covered, is pretty great. I don't normally have that. This kind of maneuver would be good to get in here, help my... Actually, if I can get this in, then I mean I can defend this way because I've got the square covered with my knight. So that should be fine. It's got to be the sack, White. Come on. It's got to be the sack. Let's do it. Let's try it. I'm pretty certain I let you take both pawns and I take your rook. And then I hide my king, hide him with my knight, and bring up my queen to f5. Can you stop me from playing f5 in that position? You've got... No, because if you take a tempo to stop me, well, if you're... Well, okay, hang on. Something I didn't consider. That might be nice. So if they sack and they bring their queen up to h6, check again, I bring my knight back. They can push my queen off that diagonal. Oh snap, off that diagonal with their bishop. Because over here it'll be defended by the knight and the queen in that case. Does that help them though? Yeah, because then they can come here. Oh my goodness. If I have to get off of the file, where do I go? Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, if I do this, this is what I'm currently looking at. Take here, they check, I come out of the way, they check, I jump my knight in, they jump in here. Then I'm in time. So they don't jump their knight in, they push out their bishop first. If I go here, I'm attacking there, so they go there. And I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed because I can't defend it twice. So after I move out of the way, they go there. I push my last remaining pawn to defend laterally. I think that's a word. Oh, that also covers the knight jump actually. Yo, this is intense. Alright, White, you gotta do it. We gotta see this unfold. We gotta see this take place. You gotta sack your bishop on h6. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sudden little bit of self-awareness hits me. I could be streaming for 2 hours with absolutely no one listening, and it's just me talking to myself. I don't actually know if I would I save this? I guess I would. Trying to, you know, build a bit more content onto the channel. I guess I would save it. on the channel. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. But it could just be me blabbing away, eating my food slowly. Oh, my tea is done. I was hoping there's some more. It will be so cold. I should really turn this up. Oh, the infinite conundrum. Do I want to turn up the fan strength or the temperature of the current fan? This is a small room. This aircon is technically slightly too big for it. So I feel like making it stronger is kind of tough. Maybe I should just turn up the heat a tiny bit. That's right, that's the content. I don't know if this works, because now I can do... Oh, okay, but then if you check me, I can't stop you because this hangs. So you take... hangs. So you take... here you go out of the extra pawn. I wouldn't mind that much. I can push this one further, but then I give them this square. That's dangerous. What if I just bring in my queen now? They can still attack me here. Yeah, I can drop my queen in somewhere here to try and defend a little bit. Yo, I thought this was great, but I am kind of regretting not having this over here. I mean, I did look at this, but it seems incredibly bad because it's mate, so let's not do that. I can push, they take, and I go out of the way. The problem is that, you know, if they move their bishop anyway, basically, they can come in with their queen, and I'm so screwed. So what to do? I think this is the point. I can't do this, because then they sack. And I don't have... Oh man, if I had my queen over here already. If I go here and they sack, then I'm just without a lot of pieces. If I move my rook out of the way and they take and I take back, and then they do all this sacky mumbo jumbo, it's still terrible for me. Yeah. What if I take your knight out of the game? You sack this way, I guess? Here. Oh man, this is so dangerous. I am in serious trouble. I think I have to do this. Just get another defender. Nope. Nope, it's mate. Yo. What a beautiful, beautiful way to continue. If I go here... Yeah, I think I have to bring my queen in here. Yeah, I want to bring my bishop back, but that's not going to work. And this knight's already kind of doing its job. This knight's way too far away and the rooks are connected, which I was hoping would be a good thing. So if I go here, other knight back, here... Yo, this is getting dangerous stuff. What am I doing at that point? I'm trying to bring my other knight across. I guess this is the point now. My other knight is on the other side of the board, which is a problem. So up, here comes the sack. Yeah, this block is just absolute trash. Doesn't work. Pushing doesn't work. Just letting them take doesn't work. Okay, so up, they sack, I take, they take with their queen maybe. Here, take here, no, that doesn't work. Sack, take with your rook. Take with your rook. Someone's messaging me on Steam. Shh, I'm playing my game. Close Steam. Talk to you later. Exiting. No, go away. Okay. I think it's got to be a queen up there. There isn't really many other moves that make any sense at this point. Yeah, they can kind of like force me to trade. There's nothing I'm really attacking. Back. Maybe they take. I guess I take this way. Because if I take here, 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 I need that knight. Yeah, what if I just trade off? I take the light square bishop and then I go up. I don't like that light square bishop coming there. Hey, that's dangerous. Danger zone. Yeah, and I can scop that square from this side, but not if the queen's sitting there, so ideally I let them move. Come back this way. Hello! Oh, my wife is checking out the stream. Hello wife, I love you. Um, yeah, I don't think there's much out for it. I need to bring more pieces around my king. Maybe this is good enough. This is tight. Okay, win or lose, very fun game, White. Thank you very much. My wife doesn't know about the kind of Lichess element to the stream. So she came in to tell me, hey, people say that you can't see the chat. And I went, yes, I'm not supposed to see the chat, so that's good. Alright, so this is going to get a little bit funny now because I'm going to get... Oh man, so if he jumps out, I can't trade. I can't really do much. I have to just kind of drop back and they can... I mean, if I do this... Take. No, I need my knight for sure. So I'm going to have an isolated pawn. And need to find a way to keep everything safe. I'm definitely going to try get my knight over if I can in the future. This is obviously lively, but even I would settle for just kind of bringing it back here, you know? I don't need to win outright. I need to survive. So let's try survive. And give me 2 seconds. The rest of my food is all soup, so this is going to take a bit of work. Delish. Anyway, speaking about the chat, so this is my first time streaming, so I don't, I was trying to make sure I don't cause a disaster. I don't want to be disqualified or have to forfeit the game because I made some mistake. And I found 2 things that are important. Number 1 was I shouldn't be looking at any chat, and number 2 was I'm not sure if it matters only if you monetize, but basically I shouldn't be. Why am I keeping this on the wall? I shouldn't be using kind of copyrighted music. So I found some websites where I can get some nice free music, which is pretty great. Very excited about that. And specifically the lo-fi stuff, I'm a big fan. As I said earlier at the start of the stream, I always said lofi. I thought that was the way you pronounced it. For a long time, even though I understood kind of hi-fi, lo-fi, for some reason, yeah, lofi just stuck in my head. That was just like the way you pronounce it, I was sure that's what you say. So even as I'm talking, I'm thinking about silly things like, oh, what if they go here? And I'm like, well, then I made you, so this is fun. I also see it actually if I jump why am I pointing with my finger? If I jump my knight over here, I can get it slightly pinned against my rook. I guess I'll just defend it though, I don't really mind so much. And I would actually have a nice out anyway, attacking the queen and another rook and the bishop, so probably I could take care of that without much problem. I'm also seeing they could bring a rook back here, but I think at this point, having my queen around kind of makes me safe. I think this is probably the move that gives me the most discomfort. Even here, I don't know. If you go here and I go back, should I go further back? I don't know, I kind of like it here, but I gotta admit that it does feel slightly dangerous. Anyway, say you move your rook down, take, take, take. What am I missing? Wait, am I just... Isn't it losing? Hang on. Even without the rook down. Oh no. Okay, hang on. I'm losing face. The point is my king is part of the defense obviously as well. So rook down, maybe queen over here, and then you sack. I take back, and you take with... Oh, this is the point. If you take with the queen, I trade it off, and things are golden. If you take with your rook, I can't trade it off. I have to just kind of sit back in the fence. But yeah, I still might have the time to jump my knight across then to help out further. So wow, I don't know. I mean, there's enough pieces in that case, right? Rook, what's it, e5 brings so many pieces into the game. They're definitely getting me one way or another. Well, no, actually, my point is they have so many pieces on my king side, but I don't actually know if they have an immediate mate, or if they have to play a very specific speed of moves. I know one of the variations just ended up in a draw where they ended up, like checking me back and forth with their queen, so I wonder if there's a version like that where with the rook e5 and then on they end up with the rook kind of far enough away, everything traded to check me back and forth. Yeah, because if they don't have their queen, they can't force a mate, I think. I could be massively wrong. But normally, that nice kind of mate where you have your bishop on the diagonal and you put your rook right next to the king and then everything is covered off. I don't think that works here because you have to sack your bishop to do it in the first place. Okay, if white falls asleep, what's my plan? If white falls asleep and I get to trade this off, is my queen way too offside to defend? Honestly, I feel like it might be. So I guess my plan is basically I'm going to jump my knight through, maybe not here if the queen's sitting there. Although, wow, it would be lovely to be able to get that, This isn't check, unfortunately, otherwise I'd be able to win something. I mean, I'm not too far away from having some potential ways, to try and force a mate attack here, but it's probably not going to work. I'm probably going to have to resign myself to just surviving until white runs out of steam. How long have we been playing for? It's 8:25, almost an hour and a half. We did start like 2 minutes too late. It's basically an hour and a half. And I spent how much of that time? The first 40 minutes, 30 minutes with a fire alarm running. Yeah, this is not going to be the greatest content to save up, but I'm excited about trying out YouTube again, so I think either way I'll save it whether or not it's actually great content or not. Alright, so my thinking is, I can also bring my... Oh, I gotta be careful. Well, I got that covered quite a lot, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. If they give me another move, I can also, instead of bringing my knight across, well, I guess the queen would be there, so here, I can also just bring my king up. Oh no! Oh, they've got just so many things. Ah, man, okay. King over is also dangerous. Alright. Okay. If they do... Well, fuck, I was thinking maybe I should try and bring my other rook over, but if they trade with me, then this F rook kind of goes off the defense of this pawn, and then if they trade off my light square bishop, this pawn is weak, and then things get even more... I don't know. I'm so unsure. Yeah, I think we're gonna bring the knight across. That's the plan. Let's not make it too complicated. Yo. All right. I gotta say, I normally play end of Sunday, So I'm normally the last board that plays in my team. I'm always the one that schedules last because I'm never quite sure when I want to play. Um, Sorry, I just thought I mistook something, but actually, yeah, bishop here just gives me mate. Um, what was I saying? Oh, I'm always the one that's last to schedule, and some opponents have been slightly unhappy about that in the past, but I appreciate when they allow me to be a bit slow. Um, Normally, just not sure where I want to put the game, trying to be flexible. Want to make sure that I have enough time for the game and also all the other things I'm trying to do on weekends. My wife always says I have too many hobbies, but I mean, you gotta do the things you want to do, right? It's fun. You gotta do the fun things you want to do. Ah, this is interesting. So just as a pattern, this is not happening in the game, but if I go here so I can put my knight out and they take the pawn, for instance, I still get the same fork, which is pretty good. In that case, I guess they would either have to defend, or if there was some good sack for them, maybe they could sack. But that's not going to happen in this game, so let's not worry about it any further. In the same way that we're the one, in the same way that I'm just looking at a bunch of random moves the whole time. Oh, this would be fun. Not actually what, because I don't know what White's going to do now. They either believe in their attack, and they can bring one more in, maybe with their rook like this. They think they can do it immediately, or they give up and then what? I'm not sure. What do you do when you give up? I mean, the point is, as long as I've got this square covered by the knight, and you can't bring your queen in anywhere, I'm safe. So, yeah. I wonder. Alright, I mean, 2 moves ago, before they played their rook over, I thought they're gonna sack, just go for it, this is gonna be really fun. You take, I take, you take, I take, you check me, I go back, you check me again, making way for your, not there, here, making way for your knight. I jump over, you jump over. Light square bishop would be opposing yours on the diagonal, that's the important point. So I would have the time, regardless of what you took and how, to bring my queen in and either defuse the situation or force you to trade queens, which would be maybe game. Yeah, actually, in round 5 of the Kyoto tournament, I caught my opponent in a very kind of silly opening trap. I didn't even intend to. They just kind of walked into it by themselves. I guess they were just playing too fast by accident. Should I just go back to the latest position? Um, so I kind of went up a piece for a pawn or two at the start of the game, and man, did I struggle to actually win that game in the end. Honestly, I just couldn't get the get the final moves in. Like being up a piece early, you're winning, but there's actually still so much game to play. And winning a piece, winning a pawn, as we saw in this game when I took that b5 one, it always comes at the expense of something. If nothing else, it comes at the expense of a tempo. And in that game, my opponent put me under so much pressure. I think the engine says I was winning all the time, but I felt I had to work so hard to get it done. I started going down on the clock. Oh, here we go. I started going down on the clock further than my opponent, so that felt really scary. All right, so the point was, if I take and you take with your queen, I can just come and push you away immediately. Oh no, man, my knight, my stupid knight. Take, take. Okay. So I take with my pawn, you take back with your queen, and I just put my queen right. Put my knight down. Yeah, I put my knight down. Sorry, what am I saying? I put my knight down, which is then defended by my queen and my king, and if you attack it again, sure, what do I do then? So I take, you take, I put my knight down, you attack it with your knight. What if I do nothing? What if I just take your... Like if I just take your bishop, for instance. Then you take... Ah, that's the problem there. Okay, so if I take here, you take here, you're threatening mate over here, I gotta stop it. You jump your knight across, and I'm in trouble. So I guess I have to get rid of this knight now. So take there, I don't mind if you take again with your queen. Oh no, I absolutely do mind. That's a disaster for me as well. Take here, take here. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, maybe I should just move my queen back now. Oh man. I am in so much trouble, guys. Am I losing? It's hard to tell. So take here, threatening mate there. I can do this, but it comes with check. My queen is over, so I have to go back here. You attack it again. I push my queen so that you can't take, because then I just take here, right? Oh, what's that? What's that position like? So I'm gonna do the arrows. So I take, you take. I jump my knight back to block this square. You jump your knight in. I bring my queen back to force a trade. Because if you take with your queen, I take with my queen. You take with your rook. You know. So if you take there, I take back. No, I think this works out either way. So I take, you take, block, attack again, queen back. You can't check my king any other way but I taking. So you take, I take, and you can decide how you want to take, but my king isn't actually in check. So if I need to, I can move out of the way. I don't even have to move out of the way, I can just go here, and if I sack it and I go here, you have to do this and here, and then I've got serious pressure. Okay, can you mate me with these two pieces, I guess is the point. Here, 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 here. Let's say you take with your rook. It's not check, and there's no check. Okay, let's say you take with your knight. You're attacking my rook, you've got a check on the side there. If I step out, you fork me anyway. So actually, honestly, at that point, I think I just step up and I let you take it. And then I've got this kind of set up. So I've got a lot of pawns for your piece. So you lose this, I lose this. Queen back, down. I lose this, you lose this, I use this. And then I lose this and this. So what's that? 2 rooks and a miner versus 2 miners and a rook. Yeah, I'm up in exchange, but that's not great. Is there any better way to do this? What if I take here first? Take, you take, I take. Oh no, because this comes with check. That's the disaster, right? Yoof, 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 yoof. What if I go back? You take, I take. I mean, if I trade off, it's supposed to be okay. The trick is in the final position. So take, take. Knight back, knight over. Yeah, the trick is there that if I don't force the queen trade, you can take with your knight, which gives you a check here, which I can't stop. Well, I can push, no I can't. Yeah, so here, 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 force the queen trade. Take, 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 take with the knight, that's the scary one. If I jump it further out of the way, you check me, I go up. Oh, I think I'm actually flipping golding. Let's go for it. Let's try. Let's try. So is there some intermezzo move you want to put on the board now? Obviously, I'm just dropping back here. If you take... Man, I would love to oppose queens, but I can't. Anyway, what I saw was, in the version I saw, instead of putting my rook here, I just put my rook over to d8 instead. Alright, here we are going ahead with this. No checks, I can't stop. Happy to make a trade, so move that back. So I'm expecting you to bring out your knight now, and then I force you to trade. Here, here, and then the knight jump was the one that was scary for me because of this. But if I take, and you take, and I'm back, that's pretty good for me. If I take, 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 that's even better for me. Yeah, so, what can we do that's slightly more scary? Here, up, but it's not currently pinned, so that's great for me. You can check me. I can move out of the way. Darn, eh? If I get extra moves, what do I want to do? I think I want to push my pawn up, because this is not an important square, but having more defenders and being able to bring the other rook would be very good, very good. So, put an in-between move on the board. I don't want to lose my... My knight just gets crushed if I do that, so I get out of the way. That's mate. Fuck! Shit! Oh no, I'm losing. Oh wait, I'm stopping that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, so important points now. I'm still probably crushed though. I'm gonna have to trade it. I'm gonna have to trade it. Oh no, okay. I'm very much not in a good position. I'm probably losing here. I thought they could do with their bishop, for instance, attack that. Because if I do this, it's mate, right? I need my knight to stay defended. The fastest way to do that is here, but I still lose it, unfortunately. And I can't get on the back rank to check and make some time. Oh, I'm so losing here, guys. Alright. Let's see. Attack me. I try to force a trade. Pin me. I can't do anything. I can take here, 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 and that's kind of all she wrote, I guess. Check over. Yo, okay, I'm gonna have to give away my queen for this rook here. Is there anything else I can do? I can go nowhere else useful, unfortunately. Yeah, because I need to defend this. Okay, well, what if I just go completely, like, out of the way? I just run off in the corner. You check. I go over, you attack it again. The thing is, I can't defend it twice. I have to give the piece back basically because... Yo, okay, so here I run away, for instance. You check, I run away. You come in attacking it for a third time. That's kind of the situation we were seeing, right? Because what was my plan here? Like force a trade, for instance. Push. You take... I know, because it's your rook is not on the file, so it's not two attackers. Alright, don't give me hope, guys. Don't give me hope. All I know is I can't let my queen run off from this. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, hang on. So here and I get... If I check, you have to come back here. That covers that. You can check me this way. It's mate on this square as well then. That's not good. Okay, so I can check. When a move, you have to bring your... either your rook back. Oh, well, actually, yeah, if you, I should probably do this anyway. Over 3 attackers. Oh man, I simply can't get enough defenders on here. And if you do this... Oh, you still don't have that, right? But you can do this. No, I have that covered as well. So what's this? You're just going to bring an extra in? I don't mind giving that away. That can't be right. Oh shit, I did something. Okay. What's the dealio? This one I got. This one I got. If I jump back and you jump in, I'm just trading. And then I'm getting out. So I think this was the wrong move. You can't... Well, no, you can't. You can't do this. With your knight out, I take... So basically this forces the queen trade. So take... No, because you don't have 3 attackers. Was this the wrong move? If you go here, I take it. Oh, but then that's mate. Ooh, I see. Okay, cool. I can't take because mate over here. So what do I have to do? I have to run away, stay out of the way. Well, actually, I'm gonna, do this and force you to move something back. And then I can do that. Oh, actually, so here and then this. Stopping your... So I give away this square, which is a disaster. No, that's terrible. I can't do that. Here, but I can do this, which covers these 2 squares. If you check, I can go here. Yo, this is very, very tight. Alright, I think I have to give a check. If they fall asleep and do something silly. Yeah, if they bring their rook back, I can force the trade, which I want to do. If they do with their bishop, then I can play up here. And if they go in for another defender, I can get another defender in here. I can also get another defender in this way, actually. This is crazy. So I check, they jump something, maybe their bishop, for instance. I push, they check here. I get out of the way. I've got these covered. They come back, I come back. Yeah, okay, let's not spend more time. Check first. Yo! This is way more intense than I was hoping it would turn out to be. That is what you get when you tell your opponent, show me I'm wrong. Very cocky comment. Alright, my thinking is that this gives me protection that I really need. Alright, is that better or worse for me? So you can get in here, but I can stop you. You can get in here, I can't stop you. My plan was to do this. You can check me, I can go here. Here you go additional attackers. I can do additional defenders. No, I can't because you're going to take it. Balsies. So if I go here, you go here, then I have to go back. Take. Two rooks and a knight versus two rooks and a knight for... Okay, and this is going to fall then because you're going to check me and up and check me and up and take. So I'm going to have one extra pawn. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have not a lot of extra pawns at all. If I take now, what happens? Here, I can get out of the way still defending enough. No, that's mate, can't do that. So I can't let this happen, right? So I need to stop something from coming in there. I can preemptively move, but that's a check I don't want to run into, because that's basically mate as well. Okay, yo, this is really like... Check, sideways. Oh no, check, I got you. Yeah. If you move that rook, I can come out backwards. So if I go here, what are you doing? You're dropping it back. Defend again. Take. Yeah, buddy, not too bad. Okay, I think this is what we're doing. And you also can't get off of that file. So here, and if you take... That's check, I have to take back here. Then you come down. I go here, but I'm also defending that here. Yo, this is absolute madness. Okay, I think this is the move. The other idea is just to bring back my queen directly. But then I get run into the ground like this. Oh, not really, because your knight's gone. Haha! Alright, so if I come back directly trying to force a trade and you stop me, then I can actually take... Nope, then it's mate. Oh my goodness, this is so... Oh wait, hang on, because it's... Yeah. Alright, so what if I just go back immediately then? If you go here, I can take it. If you take. Whatever happens, I'm going to take your queen first, so you probably want to run it away. I think they blocked with the wrong minor piece. This doesn't bother me, because, you know, your queen's hanging, so it has to move or do something. If we trade off, things are looking great. I move up and trade, it's great. So none of these work. If I go here and you jump in, are we in a stalemate? Here. Again, you go up. No, I can't let that knight stick around. Alright, so the options are here and here. The immediate pressure seems by far to be best. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and force this. If I put my queen here, what do I do wrong? Nothing, still defended. Can stop that. That diffuses your own attack. Can stop that. If you triple attack it, I still take your queen. And then I can actually jump my knight out. And that might end up being kind of like a silly... Oh yeah, because you have the knight there. I jump my knight out, you attack it, I defend it, you come in with your knight. Here. Oh yeah, no, that's great. Okay, so just straight back I think is the move. Let's see it. I think that check maybe saved me. I think they should have defended with the light square bishop, because the knight was part of the attack.